this rate, yeah, cool. We'll be there. We'll be there. 100%. We'll be there. 110%. That was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of cool. I was wondering if we get something else, but yeah, no. We're gonna go and watch over that trailer again, chat. Give me a second. I'll fire it up here. Like, I'll absolutely fire it up here. Give me a second. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Where are we? Strange Heaven. Preview trailer. Where are we? 5 eras reveal trailer. I love that it's called 5 eras reveal trailer. Pump that shit up to 4K. Let's fucking go, baby. And you all should be able to see it now. Cool. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna pour ourselves over this. We do this with every trailer. Everything works good. All right. So there's the 5 eras reveal trailer. We saw the original thing just a second ago. Let's do the thing we do again. Watch it through in full, and then we'll go and like go back in like certain ports and have a pour over, because there's definitely 1 or 2 things I want to look at in this trailer. No, this is not Clan Crate. Do not panic. It's the dude with his posse. And it's interesting because, like, I think we can probably tell, like, the different eras that this game is gonna be, like, set during via the actual outfits of the character, you know? Like, this seems to be the early one. Also, again, it's so weapon-based. I mean, you saw Camarocho, absolutely. That is Sotenboy. That is 100% Sotenboy. It's about Bridge. Like, one of them's Camarocho, one of them is Sotenboy. We'll go back and look over that in a second, because we might be able to figure out what the others are. Be Tsukumino. One of you be Tsukumino. Bring it back. Bring it back, goddammit. You have the tram running through the middle of it. So we've got arm wrestling and stuff. We've got riding the tram, obviously. Again, this looks like the different era. Like it could just be, you know, he's like, bloody Snoop Dogg, y'all. We have a Snoop Dogg boss fight, y'all. Also, this soundtrack rocks. Like, it's set good for the actual period as well. The soundtrack rocks. That's obviously one of the later eras. I'm excited for this. I'm so excited for this. I have no idea. All right, let's go back and let's go have a look at like certain parts of this trailer. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Like, I'm not surprised we're doing another event. I'm more surprised that we're not waiting until the usual RGG summit in the summer. Or in the summer, at the end of summer, the Tokyo Game Show. So yeah, this isn't Clan Creator. This is obviously just guys from the same faction with like the Hioris and stuff like that. I'd be very surprised if it was a Clan Creator thing, but it seems more of a story beat kind of thing of, you know, there's been several times where in this era, like obviously Mako Daido is like squared up against like, you know, another group. This, like, it makes me wonder whether the suit here, the different outfits are going to be the different eras. The guy's got a stab wound in his back. Like, you can see that right there. But like, there's so much visceral blood in this. There's so much violence. Like look at the weapon-based, like, actual action here. Like, oh my god. Also, the animation work is so different than what we're used to. The animation work is so different. Also, ouch. Like, there's your gang. Like, there's your gang right here. It looks like it is an actual, like, story scene. And, like, we're definitely part of the Yakuza. If you look at the guy, like, on the second on the left, I don't know if my webcam's covering him. The guy second on the left, those are Yakuza tattoos. Like, this is absolutely early Yakuza stuff. Like, absolutely. It does feel grimy, I agree. Like, here, right here, like, the square down here. That is clearly a rival group, a rival gang, and we are clearly going up against them. Like, I don't know what city this is. I don't know if this is Kamurocho or if this is a different one. I'm looking forward to the internet detectives getting on the kanji and figuring out, you know, hey, this is this city. I love the hammer action and just, oh my god, like, it has that kind of, like, I said one of the things I liked about K3 is, like, the actual, like, the weight and the heft to the actual attacks to it. Like, it has that same kind of, like, it hits the enemy and there's this little bit of force to it, and, like, all, like, the, you know, the actual body fluid, like, the sweat and the, you know, the spit coming out of the guy. Like, there's actual weight to these attacks. Like, this is brutal. 5 eras, 5 cities. So 1915, I don't know where this is. Like, looking at this, there's no city that out and out makes me think, oh yeah, this is a previous one that we've seen in a previous Yakuza game. 1929 with snow. Now, I don't want to say it, but like, this could be the main thoroughway of Tsukumino. Like, I don't know if it is or not. I think people are going to have to, you know, get on their detectiveness and like start translating some of these signs, the road signs and stuff like this, because there's a lot of kanji available here. But like, I already automatically associate like snow with fucking Tsukumino. But like I've said this a lot, Tsukumino can absolutely get a redemption arc in the Dragon Engine. 1915 could be Ishin. It could be. There's also some... Where is this? Is this Sotenbori? Because that sign looks exceedingly Sotenbori-like. This looks very Sotenbori. Like, it looks exceedingly Sotenbori. That sign is going to tell us exactly where this is. But it does look very Sotenbori. I wish my kanji was better than it actually is. It is the Sotenbori sign? Yeah. It says Sotenbori, nice. Yeah, okay, so we were right with the first trailer that, yeah, Sotenbori is one of the cities. Or the second trailer, because that was the one it turned up in. So I'm quite happy about that. Also, these time periods are very interesting if you consider, you know, real world war policy time, like actual like things that happened. Where is this? Because this isn't Sotenbori. And again, you've got the old, you know, wartimey student era uniform right there. I just can't make out that kanji. Like, I just can't make it out. And there hasn't been a sign like this one. Like, your camera Jincho? Maybe. Oh, the main... Yeah, potentially. But then what is that big building in the background? Like, there's definitely a lot here. This one's not Kamurocho, because this is Kamurocho. That's not Kamurocho. This is Kamurocho. I don't think we need any detective sleuthing of where the hell we are here. Picture of this without the year on the Xbox website. Ooh, we'll have a look at that in a second then. Yeah, I wonder where this is. Chat, any ideas? Anyone got any bright ideas in chat of where we could possibly be going in 1965? I'm trying to think of 1965 in terms of the overarching Yakuza plot, because when was the Tojo clan formed? Because I can't remember. Seems like a hot spring tourist city. It says Yumi or something, but it was a bit covered with text. Interesting. There's definitely like options for them to have new cities. Like, I think we're just assuming that everything, you know, with Sotenbori, with Kamurocho, that a lot of these cities are just going to be, you know, taken from previous RGG games. But man, so yeah, I wonder whether the outfits are going to be reminiscent of, hey, this is this time period. It looks beautiful. I'm still wondering if this is Tsukumino, because Tsukumino has that big long thoroughfare, but it doesn't have that bit that kind of juts to the right with the building ahead of them. But again, they have updated their maps in the Dragon Engine, you know? Like, I would absolutely love this to be Tsukumino. But I'm just associating it with the fact that, you know, fucking snow and all that jazz. Like, this is Sotenbori. I think we all know this is Iwao Bridge. On the left-hand side is the place that becomes the crab restaurant. It's very obvious where this is. It's exceedingly obvious where this is. So, you guys know answers to when Tojo transform, that's fair. But also, again, the animation, the dodge work into, like, the actual attacks is wild. I love this transition. Because, like, this is one of our later ones, because he's got, you know, his big longer coat, his hat, and his beard. But, like, this is RGG trailer work at its absolute finest. This is a Shinada S jacket. Love it, by the way. But, like, this is obviously a separate bit, because you see him going down here to bang. That transition is just peak RGG. And this is the big, large guy we saw in the first trailer. So they've obviously done a little bit of work since then. He has a sword. Did you see that sword? Yo, hold up. That's very, it's not obviously like pirate sword. It's very Imperial-esque sword, look. Like with the handle guard and stuff like that. I thought this guy had a pipe the first time we saw him, but like, goddamn, the actual sword there, look at that. And yeah, this is the UI stuff, like, obviously, we've seen a tiny bit of it. It's very simplistic from what we saw before. Like, this is obviously you ordering stuff, or potentially ordering stuff at a restaurant. Omu rice. Omu rice looks like it could do a little bit of work. That lettuce looks a bit wet in my opinion, but it still looks good. Still looks very good. Good omu rice. Like, Always good on the race. I don't know, like, when is this? If this is the earliest part, I wonder how much we're gonna spend in the other eras, because we're seeing a hell of a lot of this era. Like, if he doesn't change his Haori, like, this is obviously a different part. I want to know where this is set. Fuji Bicycle Company on the right hand side. It's the only thing I can read. I can read Japanese all of a sudden, chat. But like, yeah, hello. Like, where is this? It says ketchup omurice. Okay, so yeah, like it basically is your eating your eateries and stuff. It does that, yeah, you're right. Fuji Bicycle Company, and that is Mount Fuji. Like, that has to be Mount Fuji, right? Like, chat's more of a sleuth than I am. I somehow didn't see the big goddamn mountain in the background. I'm too focused on the guys at the car on the front right with the good old license plate XOXO, as per usual. But oh man, this could actually be a new location. This could actually be a new city that RGG haven't used before. Like, this is interesting. I love the, like, even though we know this is like an early look, you can still get some pretty nice reflection details in the puddle on the right hand side. I will always stop and just be like, you know, really impressed with RGG's detail work. Because if you consider, yeah, sure, it's let's say that it's 5 cities, and let's say that those 5 cities are in some way cities that we've seen in the Dragon Engine before. This is still, despite the fact the city layout is going to be, you know, relatively the same in terms of Kamurocho, and obviously we've seen with Sotenbori, it's still almost new models for the buildings, for obviously all of the stuff that's around, the cars and stuff like that. Like, they're still putting in the work to make 5 goddamn cities in 5 time periods. Like, that's so wild. This is RGG's A-Team. This is absolutely RGG's A-Team. Obviously, this is you eating at a stall, or it might be story-based, but it's probably eating at a stall. Whole bunch of boats, the steam train above. It's the industrialization era. Like, we've got steam trains, we've got obviously the factories in the background. Like, oh, this is fantastic. Like, this has the potential to be so goddamn unique due to the fact that, you know, we're going to have all these different time periods. The fact that it's going to be pre-war, post-war. Like, we know RGG likes their politics. It's going to be so fascinating how they blend that in. Are we able to smoke anywhere? Is it going to be better than smoking anywhere in Judgment? Like, is it going to please be better than the Judgment one? Because it's kind of useless. Yeah, like, can we take taxis to the previous era or places? Or are the places only going to be available in that specific era? You know? I'm guessing this is going to be a mini game. You know, arm wrestling. This angle right here looks like it is, you know, a mini game. Like, you know, an RGG mini game of, you know, mash the buttons or, you know, do the right QZ and then win the mini game. The tram line stuff, being able to jump on the tram. You know, we've had obviously the tram stuff in Infinite Wealth and stuff like that, but, you know, it makes sense. Like, it makes a lot of sense. Again, I don't know where this is city-wise. The fact that it changes up here as well to this one, which is... I wish I could read what the English of that company says. It's just too blurred out. I think it says KA something motto company. Like, there's absolutely some interesting locales in this. Like, and the fact they have a snow locale as well is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I'm so happy about that. Like, yeah, I can't... Was that Enomoto? I can't tell. My eyes aren't working. This is on 4K, by the way. Go on YouTube, bro. The fucking... You motherfuckers. you actually did it. Oh my god. Having him be a goddamn martial arts master, highly likely a boss fight. This is a dynamic intro, you motherfuckers. Having Snoop Dogg in your game. Alright, good job. Good job. Yeah, alright. So yeah, this is him helping up his bud. Like, this is obviously a set piece. This is obviously a set piece that you're going through, etc., etc. Like, now, I don't know if this is story or just, you know, side courtesan stuff. Like, this is him in jail. This is him down on his luck. This feels like this is not the first era, because he's not in the business trading company Haori he was in. He's in that kind of like almost suit-like thing. you know? And he also has this necklace on as well. Like, if that's something that I think might be important, it's also like the necklace stuff, because I think we said the first 2 trailers that he had something interesting looking around his neck. Like, I wonder if that's gonna... Yeah, he's still got it. He's still got it in this scene, and this is clearly, obviously, in the next era, because of the fact that he's now started to, you know, grow a beard and a mustache. Love those glasses, by the way. Love those glasses. That guy, Mako Daido, he can accessorize. This guy can accessorize, chat. I'm assuming the vehicle stuff is gonna be, you know, set cutscenes. I don't know if that's Mako Daido on the left. Who's the person on the right? Like, who is the person on the right? Like, love the soundtrack. The soundtrack gives those vibes. So once again, city-wise daytime. Like, city-wise daytime. What do we got here? 5 eras, 5 cities. 1915. 1929, 1943, 1951, 1965. Some of those are obvious. Sotenbori, Kamurocho, blah, blah, blah. It definitely looks like we're getting somewhere close to Mount Fuji, which is fantastic. Freedom Cities of Fukuoka, Sapporo, and Nagoya. Is that confirmed, or is that just you guessing? Because if that was them, I'd be exceedingly happy. It would be the Yakuza 5 all over again. Like, I'd be exceedingly happy if that's the case. I'd be actually exceedingly happy if that is the case. But yeah, it does, like, this little bit is less than 10 seconds long. It's like, it does make you wonder, because, like, there's always been freedom of movement in RPG games. But, like, if you're going to be having such a spanning kind of century, where you start in 1915, and you go all the way to 65, are you, like, in terms of, like, real-world development, there was a lot of real-world development technology-wise when it went from, like, you know, the start of that to 1965. So it does make me wonder. Also, note the traffic cone on the right-hand side. The giant traffic cone has a chance to exist in 65 Kamurocho. If you don't have it, I'm gonna be upset. That's all I'm saying. There's normal traffic cones and bins. You have the chance to bring the giant traffic cone back. So just found in the 60s. That's what I'm wondering. That's what I asked earlier. Because, like, I'm fairly certain there's a Yakuza 6 loading screen that said that. One city per era. That's what I'm wondering. Like, I feel like you'll be able to go back to the other ones, because RPG games are always so very open in letting you just go where you want. How old was I back then? Like 15 years old, something like that. I'm like 85 at this point. I'm looking bloody good. Have you seen my beard is graying though? Like I'm getting up there, chap. Like, this is clearly Sotenbori. This is clearly Sotenbori. But like, holy crap! If they bring back, like, this is a hot springs town. This is absolutely a hot springs town. If they bring back the cities from 5, I'll be so goddamn happy. You have no idea. Like, it would be such a good way to reintroduce those cities in the Dragon Engine and just reuse those assets from before. Like, obviously, they have to work on, you know, obviously, like, anything they put in the Dragon Engine. And even, like, Kamurocho and Sotenbori are going to look completely different. Like, they're going to look completely different because of the time period. It's not just them, you know, plonking it into a new game and reusing their assets. They're making new assets for these places. This is RGG's A-Team. This is absolutely RGG's A-Team. Like, Xbox Wires posted an interview with Yokoyama. Have they now? Have they now? All right, I need to have a look at that. Anybody got a link to that? Let me give you permission to post a link. Hold on. Otherwise, the bot's gonna kick your ass, because the bot loves to kick people's ass. You got 60 seconds. Please post that link. I'd appreciate it. You're not the person I permitted. I can get the link. I can get the link at least. Can get the link. All right. Can you all see this? Yes, you can. Okay. Stranger Than Heaven gets a wild new trailer. Charlie No broadcast on May 6th. Xbox Party Preview just brought us a new look at Stranger Than Heaven, the upcoming new title from RGG Studio. Even more excitingly, it's also revealed that Xbox and RGG Studio are teaming up to dedicate an entirely new broadcast of the game on May 6th, which, yeah, we'll be staying tuned for that. We got up with RGG Studio representative and executive producer Masayoshi Yokoyama to ask a few questions about what was revealed today and what's coming in the next broadcast. We have so much to show, no doubt, and I promise it will be worth your time. Today was just a taste of what's to come. What we saw today teased a lot more about the game than had previously been revealed. Most notably, Stranger Than Hell will be set over 5 different eras, with sections of the game taking place in 1915, 1929, 1943, 1951, and 1965. And its events will take place across 5 different Japanese cities. We can't say much more about than what was shown today, explained Yokoyama-san. As you can imagine, 5 cities and 5 eras is a massive undertaking. We're putting in a tremendous amount of care into bringing to life these times and places we feel are rarely explored in games. That's something we said before, like, pre-war and post-war is going to be so fascinating. I really, they kind of have to respect it, and I'm really wondering, you know, how they're going to treat it on kind of like a global thing, because, yeah, real-world politics of these times and eras were genuinely fascinating, especially considering, you know, they're trying to sell these games in China now. Like, this is going to be, I'm really interested to see if they, like, tiptoe around certain things or if they go full in. Like, oh, I'm so interested. I'm so curious. Like, truly unique experience you can't get anywhere else is true. For now, you look at the game's brutal, highly dynamic combat systems where everything from weaponry, grappling, one versus many fights, and environmental interactions shown off. This is an all-new level of combat design from us, and what you saw is just the tip of the iceberg with much more to be revealed soon. This is obviously Sotenbori, as we've seen. It is definitely Sotenbori. Beyond that, we saw glimpses of traveling through the cities by tram, potential romances, and in classic RPG studio fashion, a focus on eating beautifully rendered food, and everything that was set to an incredible jazz drumming soundtrack, which is what I'm looking forward to. Music's been a key part of all the Stranger Than Heaven trailers so far. Those music tracks really get your feet tapping, don't they? Said Yokoyama-san. Well, let's just say there's a lot more where that came from, and some of my favorite music has yet to be heard. We thought we saw some familiar faces on the cast, but Yokoyama-san won't be drawn on exactly who they are or how they're being used. You'll just drop Snoop Dogg. We already know. We already know. Oh, I wonder who you could be referring to, he teased. We weren't exactly subtle with some of the footage we chose for this trailer, but let's just say that players can look forward to an all-star cast. We're excited to reveal more at the upcoming Xbox Presents special look at Stranger Than Heaven broadcast. What's coming next? You don't have to wait long. Xbox Presents a special look at Stranger Than Heaven broadcast will air on May 6 US time, bringing a deeper dive into many of the features teased today and much we haven't seen yet. So much that we're itching to share, infuses Yokoyama-san. From the incredible cast to the music, the combat experience, and more, we really feel it'll be something that will shock and hopefully amaze people. I'll leave it at that. And you can see, here's the time zones for when that broadcast will be. So, PDT May 6th, 4 p.m, EDT May 6th, 7 p.m, BST midnight, baby. At least it's not 4 in the morning like the RGG summits. I'll take this. Central European Standard Time is May 7th, 1 a.m. Japan Standard Time, May 7th, 8 a.m. And I think that's Eastern Standard Time is May 7th, 9 a.m. So, yeah. So have a look at some of these pictures that are a little bit more... Oh, we can't. How dare you? Will you be a little bigger? You will. You will. Like, this is obviously you squaring off against a rival company, like we said, like, in the actual trailer itself. Like, this is obviously, like, very early eras. There's so much weapon-based stuff in this game. I'm fascinated by this. This is Sotenbori. This is absolutely Sotenbori. Hi, Sotenbori. Nice that it's almost wallpaper size as well. You could set this as your wallpaper if you wanted to. Like, you absolutely could. But this is obviously Sotenbori. Like, goddamn. It's good to see Sotenbori again. Like, I think we had the idea, but it's definitely Sotenbori. Again, this one fascinates me. This one absolutely fascinates me. Where is this? Like, you'll absolutely be able to tell with the kanji here. You absolutely will be able to. Like, there's definitely a hot spring-esque sign on the left-hand side. I wonder what this big building at the back is. Like, I think that the internet historians are going to have a field day with these shots in this trailer. I wish I had kept up with my kanji work from a few years ago, because I definitely am not up to date on it for this. So I should know what this is, but I just don't know what this is, which is frustrating. And then yeah, here's your local gang again from the very, very start. The dude is obviously Yakuza. These are Yakuza tattoos. Like the companies here are obviously, you know, early Yakuza stuff. It does make me think this is going to be the early rise of the Tojo and the Omi alliance. Like, it really does. Like, especially if we're, you know, going to Kamurocho, going to Osaka. Like, it's fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating. I'm so excited, chat. I'm, like, actually so excited. Like, so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited, chat. I hope you all are excited as well. Like, I don't think we can glean much more from this trailer with my limited Japanese knowledge, but, like, even Sotenbori. It looks so different, but it looks so good. Like, look at that armor race. Look at that armor race. It looks great. Like, yeah, I have high hopes. I know people are a little, off since K3. How are we feeling off that trailer? How are we feeling about this trailer? A little over 100 when Watson gave that speech in 7. True. 1915 could be their founding. Yeah, very true. Yeah, we could be seeing the rise of the Sojo clan. Like, this is actually kind of cool. It's actually kind of really cool. And we still have, the very few hints we've had from the previous 2 trailers. Like the second trailer with, obviously, the foreign dude who used the racist term towards Mako Daido. Like, it's so... And he was in the Sotenbori part, which looks to be one of the later parts, from what we obviously saw. So, I'm so curious about this. I'm so looking forward to that extra preview event. The extra preview event's going to be good, but I'm looking forward to the internet at large getting their hands on this trailer and, doing some deep diving and figuring out, hey, this is where this is set, etc. Like, and we see barely anything. We've seen so much footage of the 1915 one, but I have no idea where this is. Like, I'm hoping this is Tsukumino. I would love this to be Tsukumino. I would actually be really happy. Like, the Sotenbori stuff is 1943. So if this is technically the halfway, if they go... Like, we're all assuming as well they're going to go through the centuries in order. Like, we're all assuming it's going to start in 1915 and go all the way to 65. What if we jump around? What if we actually jump around? Like, it could be very, very different. RG's most grittiest game. It sure feels like that. It sure feels like that. I also really like... Here's K3's blue filter. here's K3's blue filter. But, like, they are obviously using the filters differently at the different times of year to give it, like, a different feel and a different vibe, Like, look at that. The actual just, like, jump around behind him into plunging a knife into the guy's back. Like... There's a lot of weapon work in all of the trailers so far. Like, it's so visceral and brutal. Like, this is obviously a set piece. Jumping into, obviously, the big guy. And we've seen a little bit of the big guy's combat in, the first trailer. But, like, the animation work of just, like, the guy, like, rolling around in, like, the dirt with you. This feels like RGG are trying to push themselves. Like, they're trying to push themselves forward. Just having, like, is that guy on the right, is that a fight spawn, for example? Is that, like, can you just interrupt him from beating this guy up, for example? Like, Like, even just the boats, like, the train going by, the boats bobbing up and down in the water while you have, like, a cigarette. It feels like RGG is going hard. Like, yeah, soundtrack is phenomenal. I'm vibing to hell with this soundtrack. I'm so excited. So excited. Like, oh, I want to explore this game. I'm so excited. You motherfuckers. What did they say, chat? What did they say? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder who you could be referring to, he teased. We weren't exactly subtle with some of the footage we chose for this trailer. No, I got nothing. Nah, chat, I have no idea. I've got nothing. I have no idea who this could be. I got nothing. God damn, he looks fucking good. I'm gonna put it out there. He looks fucking good. Doop snog. Oh god, so snogging means something completely different in English. That's. But yeah, no, this looks great. This is obviously the early 1915 era as well. It makes me wonder because, like, he's quite grey here, so I can't see him being the overarching villain. Like, just joined, what did you miss? Snoop Dogg kicking our ass in the trailer. Like, he's obviously not, I don't think, going to be the main villain, but I wonder if he would be. Like, if this is 1915, he's going to be around until 65. He's going to be so old at that point. Chose that outfit on his own. He definitely went gold. He definitely said, he has a blunt, and then his outfit is gold. Like, bruh, this is Snoop Dogg. It's kind of the same way that Danny Trejo in Infinite Wealth said, when he's a villain in something, it is implied in his contract that he has to go out either in a really pathetic way or something similar, which is why he pissed his pants in Chapter 4 of Infinite Wealth, because that is literally in Danny Trejo's contract, in that if he is playing a villain, he has to go out in an embarrassing way. Like, it's one of those things of just, you know, Snoop Dogg very clearly with the blunt and with the gold, like, come on now. Come on now. Like, it is just so on the nose. I love that braided twin tail at the back. Like, I love that braided twin tail. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I love his design. I love his design to bits. I also love the fact that this obviously is a dynamic intro to his boss fight, and you are getting punched in the face. Like, this is so good. This is actually so good. I'm so happy about this. So he's mentoring, this is training. I don't think they would relegate him to side stuff as a mentor. I think RGG, in the way that they are utilizing Western celebrities these days, Samoa Joe, bloody Daniel Day Kim, Snoop Dogg, I don't think they just relegate him to being a side character. Like, I think he is a major character, and I think he's going to be like either the main boss of this era, or he's going to be, you know, over time, the main boss of everything. I don't think he's the main boss. I think he's going to be like Danny Trejo. I think he's going to turn up a couple of times. Like, obviously, he's going to be in certain eras, and then I think we're going to have a bigger, more serious big boss. Like, I think we don't know who that is yet. Like, it could actually be, I doubt it, but it could be this guy. It could be this guy. He could be, you know, someone from the original 1950 era that we see in the same time period kind of grow alongside us. You know? It could be something like that. It could very much be something like that. Like, I think we're gonna need to wait until May. I think we're gonna have to wait until May to get more details. But like, man, this looks awesome. I'm like, I know a lot of people's faith has been shook in RGG with like K3. I think this will get a lot of people back on like, you know, the whole thing of RGG is, you know, still got it, etc, etc. I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited. Cutting down a villain with blue clothes, they are villains. Definitely for this era. Like, we absolutely square up against them several times. Like, this bit right here is us going after them. Like, there you go. You can see them right there. This is us going after them. We're a part of this company. They're a part of a different company. Like, we're absolutely squaring up against them. This could be, because this is 1915, the start of the Omi Alliance. Those guys could be the Omi. And then we obviously go on to help, like, raise or make the Tojo clan a thing, because we know from, I think it's Yakuza 6, that the Tojo were established in the 60s. So what if this game, over the different centuries, is Mako Daido trying to make the Tojo clan a thing? And I hate to say it, what if that leads us to being the Daidoji who control the Tojo in the background? I don't want to put that out there in the universe, but it could very well be a thing. But we know that the Omi Alliance are from around this time period, which is when it starts. And for the Daidoji to, you know, it'd be a very RGG thing for, you know, the Daidoji to make the Tojo clan to have a hand in the background of the underworld, you know? See, I'm on Domin's side here. I'm on Domin's side here. Like, it says coming soon. RGG are usually extremely precise with their release dates. And also remember, unless it's a big thing, like Infinite Wealth, RGG never go on to say, hey, this is going to be the day it turns up. Same with Yakuza Like a Dragon. Same with Infinite Wealth. Lost Judgment was revealed and released within 5 months of the initial impressions. Like, Sega's fiscal year report said that Stranger Than Heaven was going to be next fiscal year. So that is post-April 2027. But, like, there's nothing to stop them bringing it forward. If development is going well, usually RGG release their big games around January, February. Maybe it's coming soon because they don't know whether they can get it this year. Maybe it's coming soon because there is a chance it could either be the end of this year or the beginning of next year. You know? The thing that makes me wonder about that is if Stranger Than Heaven does get brought forward, what about next year? What do we get next year? Because Lad 9 is not going to be until 2028. It is 4 years after Infinite Wealth. It is 4 years after every mainline game. That's the way that RGG operates at the minute. Look back to Yakuza 5, Yakuza 6. It is 4 years after every single one, and Yokoyama has said it'll be 4 years after every single one. So we're not seeing Lad 9 next year, or at least released next year. We're not seeing Lad 9 until 2028. So that leaves 2027. Highly likely Virtua Fighter is not making this year. So if Virtua Fighter is next year, does that not leave a small open slot for a Gaiden-esque game next year? Because now that K3 is shipped and out, what is the B team doing? What is the K3 team doing? They can easily get all of those developers that are kind of not doing much at the minute to make a Gaiden game. I don't know what kind of a Gaiden game, but they can absolutely make a Gaiden game next year. And then they can have Lad 9 the year after. So I am really curious. And especially I'm really curious about the fact that we are getting another showcase for this game. Like, May 6th. Because that's not Tokyo Game Show. That's not Summer Game Fest. That's its own thing. If this game was going to be next year, I'd be very surprised if they wouldn't just wait until Summer Games Fest to show off more, or Tokyo Game Show like they normally do. But we're getting another broadcast on May 6th. That is un-RGG-like. I think this might be this year. I've got this small tinfoil hat theory. This is this year. The end of this year. I have that feeling that they're pushing for it. Like, it's either going to be the end of this year or January, February. Because normally RGG would just wait until, you know, the summit at the end of the year, or they would just do a summit earlier. But this is a special thing. This is absolutely a special thing. So I think that RGG are pushing for this year for this. That's my theory. That's my tinfoil hat theory. I really think they might be. Like, I think they could do it. I absolutely think there is a chance they could do it. Depends on how the development is going. Again, those developers that were working on K3 have probably been working on this for a little while now, you know? So, well, here's the thing. You're all saying, you know, it'd be crazy at the same time as GTA 6. What actual crossover between GTA 6 and Stranger Than Heaven or Yakuza is there? Because I would go with very little. Because here's the thing. You all said that about Yakuza 6 releasing at the same time as God of War. But fun fact, when that was just on PS4, Yakuza 6 sold as much as it did in the West as it did in Asia, which surprised everybody. And that was going up against the fact that RGG leaked the entire game themselves onto US PSN. So you'll keep saying there's no way in hell they're bringing it out at the same time as GTA. Why not? That's my retort. They've done it before. Why not? There's not that much crossover. The folks that are excited for this, they're going to buy this. They're either going to buy this or they will buy both. The folks that are going to get GTA 6, that is a cultural phenomenon. Most things would move out of the way of GTA 6, but RGG is fucking whack enough to release it at the same time as GTA 6 because they would then get talked about. That is 100% an RGG move. You cannot deny it. They've done it before. That is absolutely an RGG move. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's something that RGG would 100% do. I could see it. I could absolutely see it. So, and especially if they release it at like the normal price of a game compared to GTA, if that becomes $100. So, yeah, I could see them pushing this early. I could see them pushing this to the end of this year. Absolutely. They could also release it in December. There's a few other things coming out in December that I can't remember right now, but they could absolutely release it in December. But RGG's usual releases are January, February. Like, it would be around the time. I'm gonna have a look. Video games in 2026, so that I can see, you know, what's actually coming out at the end of this year. Because I know there's something coming out at the end of this year. There's some big things coming out at the end of this year. Like, I know they announced them. So video games released in 2026. Scroll all the way down. December. That's a lot of video games. That's a lot of video games. God damn it, chat. You know, video games are coming out this year. It's wild, isn't it? Okay, it doesn't actually say what they are, but I guarantee you, I know that there are some things coming out in December this year that got announced. I mean, you have Marvel's Wolverine on September 15th. You have, at some point, Ace Combat 8. God, I'm looking forward to that. God, I don't want Ace Combat 8 so bad. I know some things were announced for December this year. I just can't remember what at the moment. I'm fairly certain there was a big thing or two that was announced for December. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe I'm losing my mind, chat. Maybe I am losing it. Either way, I genuinely think RGG might push for this year. Like, if not this year, early next year. I don't think it's going to be as late as the fiscal year report said. Because I think that K3 hasn't sold well in the West. It sold relatively well in Japan, but it hasn't sold well in the West. So I get the feeling they're going to try and push this out for fiscal year stuff. Like, and I don't think it'll be, you know, an incomplete game. I think it'll be complete because that's just RGG. That's how they operate. So I think we could cheekily see this year. If not, January, February next year. Like, and if it is post-April, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Like, yeah. So, and yeah. Imagine GTA 6 slips again. imagine that gets knocked to February next year. Everyone starts panicking. Yeah, Onimusha's this year at some point. I thought it was going to be around. I'm kind of sad that we didn't get Dragon's Dogma 2 expansion at this Xbox showcase, because like it would make so much sense for Dragon's Dogma 2 expansion to be like summer, and then Onimusha to be towards the end of the year. Like it would have made so much sense. Swap that around. Dragon's Dogma 2 expansion end of the year. Onimusha summer. So yeah, I genuinely think RGG could do it. I'm excited. Chat, I hope you're all excited as well.